without further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to share my entire screen right here. And one thing you'll notice is this app is very plain over here. This is our sandbox environment where we develop our lessons before we hand them out to students. So this is in regards, so her comments were in regards to program 11 and 12. She said that things were a bit too crazy. There's a lot of things going on in each lesson, and I don't blame her because we had a lesson where we introduced all three kinematic equations in one. And further, free fall is a tough concept, and having only 5 lessons is probably going to get broken up. That being said, she did grind her way through and she completed 11 and 12. So I just want to make sure that the rest of her experience is not going to be good. So, it's going to be good. So it's not going to be bad. And let's start with program 13. So I think what success means is that program 13 will just be cleaned up, will be more solid. And you'll notice I've already started some work, and I will go into that in a bit. But before that, let's go start high level. There's a program primer, and there's a bunch of lessons. So what we're going to do is we're going to go one at a time, and we're going to clean things up as we go. So let's start with the program primer. You'll realize that I actually have cleaned it up a lot, and I've improved the image, and I have a nice aesthetic going. And the way I've improved things has been this creator button right here. So this is something I recently just added to the app, and you'll notice is that what it can do is it allows me to select any part and be like, hey, I don't like this, boom, and then it'll change it right on the spot for me. So this has made the iteration process much more efficient, whereas before what I had to do is I had to chat via the codecs, either CLI or the app itself, which added a little bit of friction. And any part where you can remove activation energy, any part you can remove friction and make the development process more fun is something you'll have a greater chance of sticking with, a greater chance of doing your best work. And yeah, so that is one philosophy that I employ when building. So without further ado, let me read you this initial program, or I won't read it to you, but here it is. And let's go to the next slide. So I'm currently working on this lesson right here. So let's continue to improve this lesson together. I've already worked on this slide a little bit, but let's see if there's anything that needs to be changed. Trigonometry review. Let's review some trig and use the hypotenuse and an angle to find the leg of a right triangle. Hypotenuse, we use this to find the components of an angled vector. I think it's decent. This is kind of awkwardly phrased, but I think for now it's fine. So one thing I'm going to say is here is I'm going to select this, and I'm going to be like, okay, the image needs to be cleaned up. There's some overlap going on, and it just doesn't look professional. I'll fix the triangle. And you'll notice I've been using Whisper Flow. This is the goated tool of the gods. This is like one of the best inventions in the AI age, and I think will be changing the future of work. And I think within 10 years, whatever device we use will have some kind of interface where all you have to do is just literally just going to be chat, right? Unless you want to type, right? But for the most part, chatting is more efficient. So yeah, Whisper Flow is the way to go. I'm not paid, I'm not sponsored, but I'd love to be. If hit me up. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, all right. It did get better, but there's still overlap. So I'm going to be like, boom. The theta is equal to 45 degrees is like overlapping with the hypotenuse. Can we just move that over so it's not overlapping, please? Thank you. So let's go one at a time. Let's fix this lesson. Let's fix this lesson, maybe. Boom, boom, boom. There's got to be a way in Next.js to avoid this reload and just to have it like pop, right? But to my understanding, I think Next.js cannot do that because it's a compiled front-end language. It's like one of first of its kind or something like that, if I understand correctly. Okay. All right, so obviously it's not really, I think it's better. Let's change something else right now. What the hell just happened here? Okay, there's an interesting bug. So I'm going to talk to projects. So there's an interesting bug that just happened here. I highlighted the part above the image, and I told it to say, take a look at that triangle below, use trigonometry to calculate the length of the opposite leg. But what ended up happening was it added that below the image in a really ugly way. I don't want that to happen. What happened here, bro? Oops. Steer. Okay, so this is coding for you. You're just witnessing like the very first few frames I'm using this new tool for. So there's going to be a few growing pains, but that's what iteration's about. That's what development. That's what engineering is about. You have to stick through the iterations, and over time, it might take months, it might take more time than you want. Months is crazy, I know, but I don't intend this to be a 1 month long like episode, but sometimes you got to iterate until you hit something that just feels juicy, if you know what I mean. So let's go. Okay. So yeah, by the way, I need to turn this on. This is the way I get paid. Make sure I don't get fired. It's called Work Smart. Kind of hungry. I might order a smoothie or something. Quick. Let's see what it has to say, dude. Let's see what it has to say. Should I order Chipotle, dude? Chipotle is kind of heavy, It's not even that healthy. But will a smoothie satisfy me? See, these are some tough questions. I think we're going to go with the smoothie. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Jesus Christ, dude. Why is it so expensive, bro? Motherfucker, bro. Got DoorDash. It's crazy. Alright. Alright, bro. It's coming. It's coming by 6 o'clock. Alright. Oops. Okay. Just trying to see if there's anything we removed. Like, something about this seems wrong. Okay. Alright, I got something to say afterwards. But Chat, I got something to say. Chat. Okay. Bro, I wonder if you can even hear my whispers right now or what. Okay. This is not related, sort of related to our work, but this is like the way we kind of show steps in a lot of parts of our lessons. I think it's really ugly. Like, something about it, just like big letters, like one at a time. It's just like, I wonder if there's like a way we can make things more aesthetically pleasing here. You know what, dude? That's not the bottleneck right now. That's not the bottleneck. It's not the bottleneck. Let's not worry about that. Reword this to say, what is the length of the adjacent leg below? Okay. We're cooking, baby. Now let's not try it. Let's be smarter here. Let's not do things one at a time. Let's be not retarded. All right. Creator, boom, boom. Okay. The adjacent leg touches a marked angle. Use cosine because cosine relates the adjacent leg to the hypotenuse. Okay. All right, dude. This is insane. All right, I was gonna say something, right? You know what? I think it's mean. But okay, it's not mean, but it's just an observation. I think one of my coworkers has like some kind of OCD type thing where for the last like 4 times in a row, and this is like the first time I've noticed it because I have a different working setup right now. But for the like 4th time in a row, like they leave and like within 5 minutes they come back to the office. So like they leave, they lock their office, and then they come back after 5 minutes every time, and then they go home. It's like the weirdest thing. You know what? Maybe they're just using the restroom. Maybe I'm chilling, dude. Maybe I'm like probably retarded. It's like weird. It's a weird routine, bro. Weird routine. I'm thinking most of it. The adjacent leg touches the marked angle. I need to stop doing this one at a time. I know I said I would, but I'm so retarded. I'm so retarded, chat. Chat. Oh my goodness. How long have we been going for? 15 minutes. All right. Let's get a good flow and let's finish this together. Let's see if I can like get a really satisfying question. All right, actually, I'm gonna ask Codex something. One question I have for you is like, let's say I queue up changes on one frame and I go on to another frame, and I queue up some changes there. Is it possible? Is that possible, or do I have to? Is it only like one frame at a time? Got it. Okay. Or do you think you could take a step back and architect a fix? Jesus. Sometimes, dude, if you're not good with these AI tools, they basically will push back against you for things that are very easy to do. You know, they're really retarded here. All right. For codecs, I love using /gold because it's just more thorough. Otherwise, these agents have a tendency to just like change things on one go and not really like care about try to really care if they ended up like hitting the target they're supposed to hit. It's just like, so yeah. I think Naval's right though. In the future, like you don't even need to worry about /goal or whatever, bro. It'll just like it'll all just work, It'll all just work. Okay, I think I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a bit abrupt of a change, but I realized we understood a little bit about the building iteration process. We're still in the early stages of it. There was some friction because I was getting the new creator tool up and running, but we've learned how to make iterations. We've learned what changes are necessary and how we should pursue aesthetics and just really well-formulated sentences, because when building an educational tool, AI is just really bad at writing it. In general, like you can tell if something's AI written, and that still hasn't been solved yet. So that still requires a human touch, a human in the loop. As Naval says, the future is AI plus human. So you just witnessed a human, me, and the AI magic in the process of building Crush AP. So yeah, crushap.com. Please sign up for the waitlist. If you're a homeschool parent, we want to talk to you. All right, thank you.